c'est pas vrai, Samuela. Samuela, c'est pas vrai, Samuela. Samuela, c'est pas vrai, Samuela. Nous pas laver mais nous. Oui, nous pas prendre distance nous. Nous pas laver mais nous. Oui, nous pas prendre distance nous. Samuela, c'est pas vrai, Samuela. 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 Si nous pas mettez masse ou mettez. Si nous pas prend distance ou prend. Si nous pas mettez masse ou mettez. Si nous pas prend distance ou prend. Des mêmes bagailles la pral di grave. Des mêmes bagailles la pral di grave mes amis. Des mêmes bagailles la pral di grave. Des mêmes bagailles la pral di grave mes amis. Corona son danger, mette la caillou. Corona pas vin jouer, prends distance ou. Corona son danger, lavez main ou. Corona pas vin jouer, mettez masse ou. Corona son danger, mette la caillou. Corona pas vin jouer, prends distance ou. Corona son danger, lavez main ou. Corona pas vin jouer, mettez masse ou. Si nous pas mettez masse ou mettez. Si nous pas prend distance ou prend. Si nous pas mettez masse ou mettez. Si nous pas prend distance ou prend. Des mêmes bagailles la pral di grave. Des mêmes bagailles la pral di grave mes amis. Des mêmes bagailles la pral di grave. Des mêmes bagailles la pral di grave mes amis. Samuela, mpaka kwesa. Samuela, mpaka kwesa. Samuela, mpaka kwesa. Samuela, mpaka kwesa. Samuela, c'est pas vrai, Samuela. 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 Nous pas laver mais nous. Oui, nous pas prendre distance nous. Nous pas laver mais nous. Oui, nous pas prendre distance nous. Samuela, c'est pas vrai, Samuela. 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 Si nous pas mettez masse ou mettez. Si nous pas prend distance ou prend. Si nous pas mettez masse ou mettez. Si nous pas prend distance ou prend. Des mêmes bagailles la pral di grave. Des mêmes bagailles la pral di grave mes amis. Des mêmes bagailles la pral di grave. Des mêmes bagailles la pral di grave mes amis. Corona son danger, mette la caillou. Corona pas vin jouer, prends distance ou. Corona son danger, lavez main ou. Corona pas vin jouer, mettez masse ou. Corona son danger, mette la caillou. Corona pas vin jouer, prends distance ou. Corona son danger, lavez main ou. Corona pas vin jouer, mettez masse ou. Si nous pas mettez masse ou mettez. Si nous pas prend distance ou prend. Si nous pas mettez masse ou mettez. Si nous pas prend distance ou prend. Des mêmes bagailles la pral di grave. Des mêmes bagailles la pral di grave mes amis. Des mêmes bagailles la pral di grave. Des mêmes bagailles la pral di grave mes amis. c'est pas vrai, ça moi là. Ça moi là, c'est pas vrai, ça moi là. Ça moi là, c'est pas vrai, ça moi là. Ça moi là, c'est pas vrai, ça moi là. Nous pas laver mais nous. Oui, nous pas prendre distance nous. Nous pas laver mais nous. Oui, nous pas prendre distance nous. Ça moi là, c'est pas vrai, ça moi là. Ça moi là, c'est pas vrai, ça moi là. Ça moi là, c'est pas vrai, ça moi là. Ça moi là, c'est pas vrai, ça moi là. Si nous pas mettez masque ou mettez. Si nous pas prend distance ou prend. Si nous pas mettez masque ou mettez. Si nous pas prend distance ou prend. Des mêmes bagailles la pral pi grave. Des mêmes bagailles la pral pi grave mes amis. Des mêmes bagailles la pral pi grave. Des mêmes bagailles la pral pi grave mes amis. Corona son danger, met la caillou. Corona pas vin jouer, prends distance ou. Corona son danger, lavez main ou. Corona pas vin jouer, mettez masque ou. Corona son danger, met la caillou. Corona pas vin jouer, prends distance ou. Corona son danger, lavez main ou. Corona pas vin jouer, mettez masque ou. Si nous pas mettez masque ou mettez. Si nous pas prend distance ou prend. Si nous pas mettez masque ou mettez. Si nous pas prend distance ou prend. Des mêmes bagailles la pral pi grave. Des mêmes bagailles la pral pi grave mes amis. Des mêmes bagailles la pral pi grave. Des mêmes bagailles la pral pi grave mes amis.
Mesdames et messieurs, bonsoir. Bienvenue sur DjMax and Friends Show. Jeudi, c'est mardi. Mais mardi 15 juin déjà, et moitié l'année a passé. Et là, comme là, on connaît la programmation semaine, nous, le mardi, c'est jour que nous gagnons pour une première partie à nouvelles sur ça qui a passé dans le monde et plus particulièrement en Haïti. Et puis deuxième partie à 7h30, nous gagnons Let's Parler avec présenté par Bevi Benjamin and Princess. Et nous connaissons, mesdames, j'en ai toujours dit, c'est on qui a présenté nous, raconter nos histoires, évolution aux États-Unis en tant que petit monde qui fait pas bon ici à la de famille haïtienne qui grandit dans une culture très forte haïtienne avec maman, papa, grand-mère, grand-père, etc. Et puis même avec culture américaine non, qui a passé bataille en deux cultures ça pour évoluer et pour mettre en relief qui ça qui est bon, qui ça pas bon, ça que c'est supposé faire. Expérience que tu fait, expérience personnelle, c'est lui que vous partagez avec nous dans l'émission ça. Alors ça c'est pour un peu plus tard 7h30. Entre-temps et jeudi à la nous titre là, nous avons AstraZeneca, une compagnie ça qui fait vaccin anti-Covid là et surtout qui fait distribution dans l'international à travers le reste du monde, pas un peu partout. Et nous connaissons que récemment là, ça fait plusieurs fois que plusieurs pays te refusaient prendre vaccin ça, refusaient accepter parce que tu as un pile side effect, un pile même monde qui était mort et tout. Donc tu as un pile question autour de vaccin ça. Et ben nous regarder là, et récemment Haïti si on contrat avec eux pour te recevoir vaccin en main et ben regarder jodi là, yo mettent une note de presse, yo même mettent une note de presse dehors pour dire que vaccin pas effectif, ça veut dire il n'est pas utile rien. Et c'est un peu plus tard, on a fait commentaire, on a parlé de ça, l'enfin choix aujourd'hui là. Et entre-temps tout, nous gagnons la police nationale qui était en conférence de presse avec porte-parole à Ili, Madame Marie-Michel, qui était présenté un petit bilan que nous pourrons passer vidéo à beaucoup plus tard. Et puis ensuite, tout, nous avons le chef de la police là qui a fait une déclaration. Nous avons le président conseil électoral provisoire là, Madame Myrland Mesadieu, qui lui-même tout font déclaration jeudi et que nous pourrons jouer vidéo beaucoup plus tard. Nous prenons une petite pause et puis ensuite, nous retournons avec une de vidéos. À tout à l'heure.
Émission ça, c'est un patronage de JMB Services Co. Ou même qui pas avoir un problème avec mon chez l'État, ou besoin de faire taxe ou relais JMB Services le 786 306 32 52. Ou besoin acheter caille, vendre caille, louer caille, relais JMB Services le 786 306 32 52. Ou besoin assurance pour vie, assurance santé, assurance pour caillou, relais JMB Services 786 306 32 52. Ou besoin mortgage, ou besoin checker crédit, gérer problème crédit ça 786 306 32 52. Émission ça, c'est un patronage de JSH Shipping qui chute à la 3190 South Set Road 7, là sous 441 dans la Miramar. Relayez le 786 318 88 80. Ou gen marchandises ou besoin voyer en Haïti, boîte carton, drum, machine, container, relayez le 786 318 88 80. Transportation faite par bateau et par avion, et puis c'est la douane Port-au-Prince là qui a débarqué. Relais 786 318 88 80 pour venir faire un pick-up pour marchandises a bien voyagé et la bien rivé. Relais James, dit c'est DjMax qui voyo. Relais le 954 826 69 35. Ou bien passez royo le 3190 South State Road 7 là sous 441 dans la Miramar. 954 826 69 35. Émission ça, c'est un patronage de Prime Coastal Seafood 305 400 85 58. Prime Coastal Seafood, c'est une compagnie de distribution de fruits de mer qui a servi market, hôtel, restaurant par ici depuis quelques temps. Kounia là, il a offert service ça à Mounta pour moi-même avant tout. Nous besoin poisson, nous besoin salmon, lambi, crabe, snow crab, stone crab, lobster entier, lobster tail, relais Prime Coastal Seafood, le 305 400 85 58. Ou on bécri, ou faire pile pâté, Prime Coastal Seafood gen bon jan filet morue, bon jan filet en soi pour vous. Relais le 305 400 85 58. Prime Coastal Seafood, always fresh, always in season. 305 400 85 58.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Thomas, and I'm running for the City of Miami Commission District 5 seat. Because we need new leadership, I'm a mother, a sister, an aunt, a niece, a daughter of this district. I was born at Jackson Memorial Hospital. My parents' first home was located in Overtown. I own my own home here in Lemon City. I'm not running to represent some of us in the district because this is about all of us. I'm calling on each and every one of you to support me. I'm not a politician, I'm a public servant at heart. My name again is Stephanie Thomas, candidate for the City of Miami Commission, District 5 seat.
Merci beaucoup Stéphanie. Eh bien, je nous ai annoncé nous, jeudi à là, nous avons deux déclarations qui étaient faites là, et là, la police là, et nous allons laisser, si nous avons joint une vidéo que nous avons préparée pour nous. Et déclaration ça c'est et nous gagnons d'abord dans la police là nous gagnons déclaration la police nationale là Madame Marie-Michel qui t'a présenté un bilan de ces derniers jours conférence de presse que le bail chaque semaine une fois par mois mais là le week-end ça il était présenté on regarder qui ça le terrain pour te dire là au sujet de ça qui t'est passé le week-end là au ces derniers jours en Haïti.
Dans le jour 14 juin 2021, c'est un groupe d'individus armés qui a décidé de semer panique sur l'aéroport. Nek sa yo te avec zam nan men yo, y a tiré tribo et pas bon, yo te sorti depuis dans Delma 2, monté dans Delma 3, y a bay panique et yo te atterri sur l'aéroport. Côté yo te continué tirer et attaquer business monde. Te gen un pile courrier sous l'aéroport. Une fois la police t'a informé, dans toute zone ça elle était déployée. Et sous l'aéroport là, te gen plusieurs unités dans la police là qui étaient intervenues. Côté que ils étaient placés des blindés dans des points stratégiques et ils étaient repoussés attaque monsieur ça. Et tout le monde qui était dans le business qui t'a circulé, ils te permettre de continuer avec l'activité. Et circulation te reprendre à la normale quelques temps après. Et pour jusqu'à hier, tout le bagage est très bien sur l'aéroport là et dans plusieurs autres zones côté panique tapsimé. En termes de dispositions que la police prend par rapport à certaines zones, la police a continué à renforcer la présence dans quelques grands axes, surtout Martissan, Douillard, Saint-Joseph. Et que l'autre zone encore, la police a continué à renforcer la présence. Il y a des dispositions qu'elle prend pour renforcer la sécurité dans tout bâtiment police, côté nègre, examen, sans foi ni loi, comprendre pour attaquer Balsaï. Il y a des dispositions qu'elle prend pour renforcer la sécurité dans Balsaï. Par rapport à l'état d'alerte maximum, suite à plusieurs actes qui ont enregistré pendant les dernières semaines dans plusieurs zones, le commandement a décidé de placer PNH là en état d'alerte maximal. Dans tout département, PNH là placé en état d'alerte maximal. Mais décision qui prend. Tout policier qui a l'ordre pour rentrer dans le poste d'affectation, quel que soit policier ou l'ordre pour rentrer dans le poste côté où vous travaillez. Tout congé annulé. Sauf policiers qui n'ont rubrique malade. Et services qui concernent dans le PNH là, déjà qu'on est tout policier qui est placé dans la rubrique ça, qui c'est rubrique malade là, il y a tout policier qui est sous compte que c'est pas policier ça ou pas qu'à le travail. Ou service qui concerne qu'on est tout policier qui pas qu'à le travail parce qu'il y a une liste. Présence dans la rue pour le renforcer. Pour le déploiement policier qui a fait sous toute grande action. Check routine pour le continuer. Il y a l'autre disposition qu'apprend la presse pour l'informer très bientôt. Voyage d'études. Dans le jour qui était 11 juin 2021, il y a un groupe policier, SWAT, avec garde-côte, qui a pour y aller suivre une formation dans Guyane. Les arrivés dans Floride, il y a un test Covid qui a demandé pour le groupe policier ça a subi. Parmi les policiers, il y a 3 qui étaient testés positifs à COVID-19. Décision été prise pour annuler le voyage. Tout policier a été placé en quarantaine. Pour Koulia, il y a 5 policiers qui sont déjà retournés en Haïti. Il y a 3 qui prennent soin que Kayo mérité. Il y a quelques autres que la police peut recevoir dans le pays. Ils peuvent retourner dans le pays. Nous avons profité d'attirer l'attention de tout policier que nous recommandons de faire effort pour faire une formation continue à tout policier, soit dans le pays d'Haïti ou bien à l'étranger. Vous-même, il faut que vous compreniez ça au commandement à faire. C'est pour capable améliorer la façon la police travaille sur tout point. Que les policiers ou fin pour formation ont pour devoir pour venir bailler contribution ou ça ou est supposé faire. Que l'État a déjà payé ou l'État a bonne formation, alors il y a pour obligation pour venir continuer à bailler service dans le pays. Donc, nous avons invité tout policier pour gagner un comportement responsable. Parce que la population a compté sur nous. Nous connaissons, nous là pour bailler la sécurité, nous touchons pour ça, nous baillons contribution par nous. Il y a l'autre qui a 26 ans là, qui a baillé contribution. Nous continuons à bailler contribution parce que la population a compté sur nous. Et il y a un concours commissaire qui va lancer. C'est dans la date 2 juillet 2021. Dans l'idée pour renforcer le commandement. Nous prenons décision pour faire l'autre cohorte commissaire. Bientôt, nous allons une classe commissaire qui va rentrer dans l'académie. Condition pour les policiers participer dans le concours commissaire, il faut qu'il y ait un grade inspecteur divisionnaire. Femme ou garçon. Il faut qu'il n'y ait aucun dossier qui l'ouvrit dans l'inspection générale. Ça veut dire qu'il faut que l'inspection générale pas traiter dossier pour dans le moment ça. Et il faut pas qu'il y ait aucune sanction dans le moment ça que vous-même ou sous lui. Ça veut dire qu'il faut pas qu'il y ait décision qui se prend que vous-même ou pas fin purger. Alors, nous demandons tout policier qui a un grade inspecteur divisionnaire pour capable de participer dans le concours ça à partir du 2 juillet, une fois que vous pas de dossier dans l'inspection générale ou bien ou pas sous sanction.
With MailChimp's marketing smarts, you get a whole lot of creative smart.
C'est des déclarations ça que Madame Marie-Michel Verrier, qui c'est porte-parole AI, la police nationale l'a fait jeudi, n'a pas qu'à dire son fait conférence de presse, plus son présentation à la presse, puisque elle pas de prendre question, automatiquement qu'elle t'a fini information qu'elle t'a transmettre, il t'a quitté ça, il n'a pas de prendre question du tout. M'a rappelé nous quelques points que vous mentionnez et il dit que nous remarquons plutôt qu'il y a quelques changements dans la police là, côté Kounia là, sur la police là fait des stratégies, l'a passé de notes de presse, l'a parlé de actions qu'elle a portées dans la rue, nous gardons tout réaction de la police là que par exemple hier sous Delma, il dit que automatiquement que été informé que y a des ordres qui commencent à faire sur route Delma, sur route aéroport et dans business quelques monde au moins de 30 minutes la police là était débarqué là dans des points stratégiques côté que te mettait des brigades un peu partout et qui te courir des bandits et sécuriser zone là qui te faciliter mon yo retourner à occupation yo et moun qui te dans factory qui t'a pas la caillou te permettre entrer la caillou. Alors dans pile commentaire qui fait qui mandé pour qui ça en moins de 30 minutes que tu as une attaque sur des magasins et dans la zone aéroport en bas d'Elma, mais la police te fait ça pour le faire alors que jusqu'à présent moun là dans la zone Matissan yo toujours pas qu'à tourner la caillou quoique chef de la police l'a annoncé lui-même que yo mettait policiers sur toute route là et que trafic là commencé à entrer dans la normale alors que nous connaissons selon tout ça nous tendait qu'il y a pile monde qui jusqu'à présent et beaucoup qu'à entrer la caillou et que zone là toujours une zone à problème et de l'autre côté madame Marie-Michel Verrier a annoncé tout que un groupe policier qui était parti qui t'a prendre formation continue gens que nous t'étendait depuis quelques jours la vidéo a fonctionné photo sur tous les réseaux sociaux nouvelles là t'es gaé et que monsieur Sao un groupe de 24 qui était parti là t'a prendre formation continue et ben il est arrivé la route là un peu qui était décidé pour quitter ça, yo tout à Chirac, yo pas retourné en Haïti et pas une personne qui compte côté. Alors là, un bagage qui est commun dans l'information ça qui a fonctionné sur les réseaux sociaux avec sa madame Marie-Michel Verrier dit, c'est que il dit que lui-même il y a 3 là-dedans qui étaient testés positifs, donc il est obligé de mettre toute l'équipe là en quarantaine. Il y a un cap de traitement, jusqu'à présent il y a 5 qui entrent en Haïti et dénominateur commun parce qu'on ne connaît vraiment les deux sons de cloche qui est-ce qui a toute vérité, qui est-ce qui est 100% vérité, mais le fait c'est que il y a un dénominateur commun, c'est que madame Marie-Michel Verrier dit que la police là gagne pile là monsieur Sao que li pas gain contrôle yo ça veut dire par contre côté yo pour retourner en Haïti pratiquement qui confirmer information mais qui t'a qu'à confirmer information que monsieur Sao tout profiter quitter ça yo jeté yo pratiquement aux États-Unis quelque part mais yo pas retourner en Haïti ni yo pas fait signe à autorité hiérarchique pour retourner l'emposte en Haïti. Eh bien, l'heure arrivé là pour nous pourrons essayer d'entrer en contact avec nous allons entrer en contact avec mesdemoiselles, mesdames, parce que c'est on prend une pause parce que le pour c'est moi pour compte moi je dis là donc c'est très difficile pour me faire toute manœuvre n'a prend une pause rapidement pour me capable faire le nécessaire pour m'entrer en contact avec mesdames Let's parler un petit moment.
Samuela, mpaka kwesa. Samuela, mpaka kwesa. pas vrai, ça moi là. Ça moi là, c'est pas vrai, ça moi là. Ça moi là, c'est pas vrai, ça moi là. Ça moi là, c'est pas vrai, ça moi là. Nous pas laver mais nous. Nous pas prendre distance nous. Nous pas laver mais nous. Nous pas prendre distance nous. Ça moi là, c'est pas vrai, ça moi là. Ça moi là, c'est pas vrai, ça moi là. Ça moi là, c'est pas vrai, ça moi là. Ça moi là, c'est pas vrai, ça moi là. Si nous pas mettez masque ou mettez. Si nous pas prend distance ou prend. Si nous pas mettez masque ou mettez. Si nous pas prend distance ou prend. Des mêmes bagailles la pral pi grave. Des mêmes bagailles la pral pi grave mes amis. Des mêmes bagailles la pral pi grave. Des mêmes bagailles la pral pi grave mes amis. Corona son danger, met la caillou. Corona pas vin jouer, prends distance ou. Corona son danger, lave main ou. Corona pas vin jouer, mettez masque ou. Corona son danger, met la caillou. Corona pas vin jouer, prends distance ou. Corona son danger, lave main ou. Corona pas vin jouer, mettez masque ou. Si nous pas mettez masque ou mettez. Si nous pas prend distance ou prend. Si nous pas mettez masque ou mettez. Si nous pas prend distance ou prend. Des mêmes bagailles la pral pi grave. Des mêmes bagailles la pral pi grave mes amis. Des mêmes bagailles la pral pi grave. Des mêmes bagailles la pral pi grave mes amis.
Voilà, alors l'heure arrivé là pour Let's parler et nous gagnons sur les là comme d'habitude. Mesdames, yo, bonsoir Beverly, bonsoir Princess, comment nous y est?
Hello, everybody. Bonsoir.
Happy
Thank you for thank you for joining us. Hello, everybody. Hello, Max.
Hey,
Good evening.
good evening
Hi.
to you, my dear.
Okay. Thank you so much. Hello, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. I hope everybody's doing well. Today here in our city has been very rainy, very gloomy. So
Same
we're
here.
like,
Same here.
we're trying to, be the sunshine in this gloomy, like sad day.
You
And
girls
it's
are the sunshine.
Yeah. Why Solela?
Well, you too.
Solela, it's
What?
in me.
What's that song?
Lempa we solela.
Oh, no, I was talking.
Lempa we solela. You weren't born.
No.
You weren't born yet.
Every time I think about when I was born or the year I was born, I remember my son asking me, he's like, he asked me, was I a slave? He asked me, what did he ask me? I forgot what he asked me. It was just a little around Black History Month for some reason. He just asked me what was like, he asked me, how's Haiti? He said, is there water? Are the houses made with flowers like pie? Like, how is it? In his mind, I don't know, in his mind, Haiti is like a poor country.
Well, my kid, he thought I live in a black. He thought back in the day there was no color, it was just black and white. So he believed that I was living in a black and white area, and for some reason, when he was born, color was invented.
Like, yeah, just magically came out. This is what I remember. My son asked me, was I segregated?
They know how to make you feel old.
Was I segregated? I was just like, man, I'm old enough to be your sister. Like, what are you talking about?
I felt like I remember I had a best friend. Her name was Edleen. She passed away, but we were like in kindergarten, and her mother was older than my mom. Yeah, her mother was older, so she always asked me. She said, "Princess, how old is your mom again?" I was like, "Oh, she's 32." Then the next year, she'd be like, "How old is your mom again?" I was like, "I don't know. My mama said she's 32." How old is your mama again? Like, I'm like, my mom's 32. Like, my mom, like, she always lied. She always lied about her age. She was like, I'm always 32.
Yeah, but it's kind of cool how they look at what they have right now, opposed to what we were dealing with back then. Like, they got it great. Our parents used to tell us we have it good. I feel like this generation of kids have it better than great, like amazing.
I was watching this TikTok video. It's funny because he was doing like a demonstration compared to so he was like washing dishes. So he's washing the dishes and he put 80s kids. And so somebody hands him the dishes and he's just washing the dishes. He's washing the dishes. Somebody hand him another dish and he's just washing the dishes. They're washing the dishes. So then it switched to 90s kid. They're washing the dishes and somebody hands the 90s kid a dish and they like look and roll their eyes like, I'm still gonna wash these dishes though, but he's like, now he put the 200, the new millennium. He said he put the image where he was like, somebody handed these new kids a dish and he was like, why me? Why did I have to do this? I didn't do it. Like,
they feel like life is so hard. Like, life is so hard. I don't even think they catch the bus. Like, I don't even think they know how to catch the bus.
The misery I had to go through to get a cell phone from my mom and my dad. I was in high school. I went to high school just in Miami Beach. And I lived all the way in North Miami. And I had to beg mercy for a cell phone. And here, my little 8-year-old. Oh,
he has a phone already?
He has a phone. He has a phone. But his father lives far. So it's just a way for me to keep, communicating with him. But yeah, like he had the nerve to tell me he wanted an iPhone 10 or 12. Like, if you don't sit down with you in your iPhone 6,
right,
and stay in your age range with your iPhone, like.
So let's get into a little mild topic. We're gonna go into post graduation, like youth, how youth in general struggling with this transition of after high school, finding their identity, getting into some mess, making lots of mistakes that will cost them in their future, things that are unchangeable. So yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah,
I think that after high school, it's very important that parents are involved with their children's planning after high school because they still don't know. After high school, a lot of teens are still entangled and they don't want to leave their friends. They don't want to leave the city or they do want to leave it but they don't have enough maturity and the knowledge to live. They don't know how to cook. They don't know how to use their money properly. They don't know. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I know I was ready to go. I think when I hit 18 on the dot, I applied at a college. I didn't know what the college was about. That college could have been a cult. I did not care. I just knew I was getting ready to leave my house. And so, but you're definitely right. I wish I was a little bit equipped more, but it wasn't so much more where my mother ran me out of the house. My mother is like a loving, like my mom would keep me in her house and I could be 60 years old and she doesn't find anything wrong with that. My mother is an enabler. Like she would, thank God I already had the mindset of being independent. And it's weird because at a young age, I knew if I lived with my mother, I would have been crippled. And so, and I when I went out there, I went to school in Jacksonville and then I just been up there ever since. But it made my relationship with my mother better because I understood a lot, like I had to always call her, Mommy, how you put the laundry? What, how you separate the clothes? Oh, how you make the earpiece again? Like I had to, learn that, what I'm saying? Like I learned more Haitian food, even though my mother was always cooking. The only thing that stuck with me for sure was as far as like the earpiece and stuff like that, like, and then gradually, I just got the hang of it. But that transition is it could either make you or break you.
You see, I know for a fact that kids in Haiti already full blown know how to make legume, which is by far, I believe, the most complicated thing to make.
No, it's not.
It's look,
it's a lot.
It's a lot. You have to babysit it. You have to have to babysit the meat. It have to be cooked in that little toothpick. Come on, help me out, somebody.
Yeah.
They have to in that little casserole. It's not a casserole. It's the little but you have to cook the meat a certain way. It has to be tender. It has to.
Well, how do you use when you make your legume? Like, how do you?
Let me tell you something. I made legume one time, and I almost died. It took me 2 days. I didn't have a big enough pot. You just see, I had this pot, that pot. Things are falling over so much. Like, I struggled, but I stuck with it, and it came out amazing. I wish my dad was there because he think I'm not as good as him. Because my dad.
Oh, what? Let me tell you, Beverly made on Jean.
You better talk about it, Craig.
Hey, Pete.
Where's DjMax? Yeah.
Jean, mes amis, bagala tellement bon.
Yeah.
I told Beverly she had to open up a restaurant.
It don't make here. Come on. Let them know that these hands right here, because I'm a Benjamin.
Hey.
I mean Tranquilis, but Benjamin running my family. But
who taught you how to cook?
Oh,
you gotta think about it.
Oh, I'm gonna say you. I got a lot from you and
Thank
the help.
You very much. That's it. That's all. You answered the question. Thank you.
That's it.
Yeah, but I'm over here throwing down. Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I had to get a little bocal earpiece from Beverly the other day. My dog.
Oh yeah, you did.
Earpiece already in the Frigidaire. Like you don't even. I just came and I said, Bev, I want to make this, but I ain't got no earpiece. Oh, baby, I got you. You.
You know you real Haitian when you come to somebody's house and you leave with earpiece.
You leave with earpiece.
Not sugar. You leave with earpiece. In a cup. Icy and we all do. So.
But that's the beauty of it. It's like we laughing, but I can honestly say it, like, it's the beauty of it, because you know how many like parents who are from Haiti who have kids don't even know nothing about their culture, especially if like they're from a different state, like probably Atlanta, because they don't really, I wouldn't say take pride in their culture like that. I think like now that it's like the new wave, like, oh yeah, I'm Haitian, because a lot of celebrities are coming out, but it's just like, for us to still have that tradition, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like, dang, I know how to cook. I know how to make earpiece. I still know how to make some of the food. Like my kids could be like, my mom knew how to make all the Haitian dishes. You know what I'm saying? So something did not die down. And I think that's the beauty of it.
That is true. Like in Haiti, I know Haitian girls, Haitian men, the Haitian kids know how to make full-blown meals. Like they literally get prepared for adulthood while they're young, opposed to while we're here in America and our mothers are like, hey, come on, like, you're gonna need to learn one day, you're gonna want to get married. And we never really paid attention to that, even though we had it in our house. Like my husband told my auntie, he was like, yeah, she know how to cook. Yeah, my auntie was like, but yeah, she's not a boss like me. She's not the best. She could, pass, but she's not the best. But it's true. Like when they were here trying to teach me these things and they were always cooking, I should have been in the kitchen. But I was out there running the streets doing nothing. You understand what I mean? Yeah. So now I'm in my adulthood calling my dad, how do you make fish? how do you make fish mince? Let me, oh Lord, help me. You take the fish. Are they gonna clean it? Like, what do I ask? Like,
right.
it's crazy. But this make me these are one of the things that I want to implement in my son. Like, hey, because I remember when the hurricane hit in 2016, like my auntie had no problem making full blown meals outside, no charbon, put it in a little thing, making rice, like she's cooking on the stove. The rice coming out perfect.
It's even better.
Perfect. Like,
I don't know what is it with charcoal, and the food comes out even 10 times better. Like, I'd be happy for hurricanes in Miami.
And we didn't have no grill. It was just like they making it like they used to make it when I lived in Haiti. And I remember driving around like the little places like Denny's. Oh my God, you couldn't even walk in there because it was so packed. Like, you couldn't even get any food. Like, it was horrible. So all those people who don't really know how to survive when it's struggle season, it's like, wow, those things are really, really important.
It really, really is. I definitely agree with you. And I think, you know, when it comes to the transition for adulthood, especially after you graduate, it's stuff like that kind of prepares you. You hear what I'm saying? Especially with our Haitian culture. I mean, sometimes when you look back at it, we definitely kind of had it good, but it's just something about how being raised in a Haitian household does kind of like equip you for the future, for survival, because survival is all our parents know. You get what
I don't know why we like adopted the American way as if it was better.
I think we adapt from where, you know, I think you adapt based off your environment, you know, like you the same, like a Haitian parent that was born from Haiti that just come from America, views are going to be different from a Haitian that's been living in America for quite some time. They're going to adapt. And I think we've adapted, you know, so I think it's kind of, you know, I mean, it's good and it is.
What I mean by that, it wasn't like we wanted to be out. Like, we didn't want to go home so quick, and we wanted to be with friends all the time, and we wanted to go out. We wanted freedom. It's just like we wasted a lot of time just doing nothing. And I'm gonna say, like, not too much came out of it, but you could tell when you left your home and you're like, man, I really don't know how to do anything. Like, all that stuff my parents was talking about, like being clean and not knowing this for real, and you're not gonna make it. It was true. It was true.
Well, ladies, let me ask you, ladies. Looking now back at those days, can you understand, or you have an idea, or do you know exactly why so many of you after high school does not make it to college?
That's a good question. I know for me, my experience, and why I finished college, it wasn't even so much more of I gotta do it because education is it. My mom didn't send me to college, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like I had to prove a point, because I could not let my mom down, knowing that she sent me all the way to Jacksonville and not to come back with anything. And I got pregnant in the midst of college. So it's like, that was the extra push, you know, like I needed to finish college. But I think what people are realizing, though, is that college, not everybody has to go to college, because, and what I mean by that is that people are making more money just with skills. And when you kind of think about it, a lot of us Americans are stuck in debt. We'll get a college degree, and the expectation is for us to make money. But even when you have a college degree, you can't even, you know, people who are not even having a college degree is making way more money. Prime example, I got my degree, I have my bachelor's degree in psychology. I feel like if you're going to go to college, I think it's awesome to go to college for something that you're going to make money for. My mother always told me that, but I was so hard-headed that I didn't want to listen. So I got my degree in psychology. And don't get me wrong, my job is rewarding. I love my job. But you know, people, somebody who, you know what I'm saying, who doesn't have a degree is not too far from, you know, the job that I have, and it's required for you to have a bachelor's degree. So I think a lot of people are just being more open and realizing that, you know, the debt that comes with having a college degree doesn't, you know, the expectations that you're not going to have that number one job, you know what I'm saying? So I think people are being more awake in financial literacy.
For me, it was just, I just didn't like school. Like that's getting to the point. Like, I didn't like school. I didn't like anything. I didn't like anything about it. But that hurt me at the end. It definitely hurt me at the end, because you need something in your hand. Like you need something. I mean, I know that the thing about me is I'm creative. Like I know how to use my hands. Like I could do different things to make my own money. You understand? And it's the consistency in what you're doing. The point is, like, if you don't go to college, where then go get certified in something, go have something to fall back on.
Right.
Don't just not do anything. And education is the key. Like, where can you go nowadays? Like before, you didn't have to have a high school diploma, but now you definitely need a high school diploma, even for Burger King and McDonald's. And they're paying more than most jobs nowadays.
I mean,
CNA, if you get up right now and you go get a CNA license, they're going to start you off at $11 CNA certificate, and you got to pay all this money to become CNA certified. But if you working at McDonald's overnight, they literally start you off at $14.
Yeah, but I hear you, but so many of you, even though I'm going to take the example on you directly, Beverly, even though you capable, or you were gifted of doing many things, especially with your hands, but there was that lack of interest. You started it, you're good at it, but it does not show that you really, really, really want to do it. I mean, why exactly is that? That if you take a child, a young kid coming from any other country, and they see the opportunity here in the United States versus you guys that are here, born and raised, but you're not really taking advantage of those opportunities, just like other kids, foreign kids. Why do you think that is that?
Because we spoiled. No, I mean, to be honest with you, I think it's different. I think it's different because for us, I wouldn't say a lot of things is given to us, but we're raised in a home. We have parents taking care of us. We get the things that I wouldn't say get the things that we want, but I feel like the difference between a student who's foreign, they're limited, so they struggle more. They see the you know what I'm saying, they watch the poverty, you know what I'm saying. So it's like, when that opportunity come, they're gonna take off. You get and just go for it. Compared to us, and I'm not using the word spoiled like as bad, but it's just like we get, you know what I'm saying, we're comfortable. So it's like it's hard for somebody to probably want to go, become a doctor when you can make a video on YouTube and become famous off. I just think it's just different because of the way our society is. A lot of things are given to us compared to other countries that are less fortunate, that they have to take care of their brothers and sisters. They have to do something to take their parents off of, they're watching people die from day to day. That's gonna push somebody to do, you know what I'm saying, to take an opportunity and run with it. So I think that's the reason. I think a lot of us we're just used to, comfortability, I guess.
Yeah, being comfortable, slothful, being lazy, just not wanting to do it because you have that choice of not wanting to do it. Why? Because you have somewhere to live. Like you can go out and get a quick job. It's just the ones that are not from this country, they have like a hunger. There's a thirst for change. There's a thirst for more, for more. Like, it's like people who never had money before, and they finally get money. They're like, I want more of this. I want more of this. It's like a name. It's like, it's a title. It's, how can I say it? Like,
I just it's like it's just from, you know, they don't have the resources we have.
right.
You know, it's just like, you know, if you push yourself in a corner, right? And you know your lights are gonna get cut off. You know that you haven't been paying your rent. You're going to lose your home. Guess what? You are going to do something about it. You're not going to be homeless. You're going to find a way and make a way, because guess what? You don't have any choice. And a lot of people from foreign countries, they're in that situation. They don't have a choice, you know? So when you have an opportunity, you're going to definitely take it. And I think it's just, you know, just the way how our society is.
And then in our, like, just to top it off, like, we just want the easy way out. Like, just want the easy way out. What's the easiest way to make your parents proud? You know, have some, like, have money, residual income, like consistent income, and still be able to look the part. Like, it's just, I think it's with Americans, with us Americans that having all these opportunities, we don't think it's as important. We're not really taking it as serious as the ones that don't have it. It's like shoes. Like, we have plenty of it. We have so much that we throw it away. If we feel like wearing this, we'll wear it. So I think that's what it was. It was a lack of, like, I don't really need to. I could when I want to. Like, it's knowing that I don't have to and making that choice and it being whatever. But later on, it does turn around to bite you. It does hurt you. And then you'll see people prospering your age, growing in an area, having what they want and not struggling because they put in that work, you know? And then majority of the time, it's the people around you. You have dead weight, dead friends around you. They're not motivated, so you're not motivated. You're stuck. Sometimes it's like a spiritual thing keeping you bound to a certain mentality. You can't grow. You have there's a wall. What you think is important is not important. Like, there were so many factors that played a role, and then yeah, but you do end up paying for it, and it's just, that's the worst thing about it. But like you said, people from foreign countries do come here and they see America as this great opportunity, where we see it as bland, like it's just America. Like, yeah, and it's sad to say, but that is the truth.
Yeah. So I think that like definitely answer your question. So
but
I mean
it's very important for when you get out of high school, for you to have a plan. It's very important. Well, we know that you may not, that's the time to kind of fall and get back up, make mistakes, not too deep. But it is important for you to, if you're going to go to school, have a plan. Don't just sit there and waste your life. You know, get what you need to get. So what I learned is do what you have to do so that you can do what you want to do. You can obtain the lifestyle that you desire, if it's a lavish lifestyle, but you have to put in the work. And majority of the time, us Americans don't want to put in that work because we think it's too hard. We think we won't make it. We're not going to accomplish it. It's too hard. It's a waste of time. But majority of the time, it's a lie. It's a lie.
Yeah. And I think even with Erickson, actually, like Erickson is he's really big in psychology. He's the one that kind of created like the psychosocial stages of, you know, basically there's 8 stages in our lives that we have to, it's like a ladder that we have to kind of like go over. And once you get to the last stage, you finally understand your purpose. And basically the stuff that, as far as when we talk about especially when we graduate, we're trying to figure things out. We're trying to figure out our identity. We're trying to figure out what we want to do. Like, and I think that particular, it's called role versus identity. And once you are able to understand your role and identity, then you can progress to the next. And I think the last one is stagnation and generosity. And that's when you become old, where you can leave all your hard work and offsprings and you can hand it down to your kids. And once you complete that stage, then you have a fulfillment of purpose. You've done everything, you know, and at the beginning starts with trust and mistrust. That's when the kid grows up, you know, when they're as a baby, they're learning who to trust. Oh, that's my mom. I know my mom's gonna always pick me up. But if a mom doesn't pick up their kid, you know, they're used to not having that physical touch. When it's time for you to pick up a kid and you're not picking them up, they actually feel pain because that's not what they're used to, and they grow up with a lot of psychological issues. So I say that to say that age after you graduate high school, I mean, like around high school, we're really trying to figure out our identity, you know. And if you do not figure it out, you kind of stay stuck into that stage. And that's what he says. If you don't pass that stage, it's a lot of I wouldn't say confusion, but you can't progress to the next level.
Right. It's a lot of it's a lot of inconsistency. It's a lot of start something, never finish. It's a lot of like discouraging, like you're just discouraged. You don't know. You don't want to step out. You don't want to grow. It's a cycle.
Yeah,
it's like a very bad place.
I mean, I think, you know, I mean, it can be very hard to figure things out, especially, you know, being in a Haitian community. Like, you know, our parents have so much high expectations. You know, they want you to be a lawyer. They want you to be a nurse. They want to, you know, my mother drilled that in my head so much that it's like, I want to be no nurse. You want to be a nurse. You go out there and you go be a nurse. I'm going to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? But it's to the point where she drilled it so much in my head, to the point I was like, maybe I have to be a nurse. And here I am in school nursing, and it's like I question myself every day because the sacrifices that I have to make. But it's like, is this what I really want to do? Am I gonna wake up happy doing this? You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, this is somebody's life. But, you know, it's just like, that's why I wouldn't say it's better for you to figure it out than opposed to doing something that you don't have any fulfillment or love or passion behind it. Because that's how you get those angry customers. That's how you get those angry employers, because they're doing something for the fulfillment of others when it's not fulfilling themselves. So it's like, you know, take that opportunity. I feel like whoever, like, you take that opportunity and you figure out what you like and what you love, you know, because God instilled each and every one of us with a characteristic and a talent. And just because somebody call you bossy, it's not that you bossy. You just got good management skills. You take that management skills and you put it towards something that, you know, you can continuously be yourself in. And I think people forget that, you know, like they'll do something and jump into something that their spirit and their mind is not matched up to be. So, you know, I think my advice to people is know what you're good at. Know who you are. Take that and trying to find a job that you can give your whole passion. You never seen the person who walk out at the greeter at Walmart, and when they greet you with just caress, like, yes, because they got passion behind what they do. You know what I'm saying? They, you know, so it's just like, when you figure that out, you can be the best at whatever that you know, despite what the pay look like, because you're gonna be happy. You know, that's why they even said people who work, I think there was on the Breakfast Club, they were saying people who work 9 to 5 for a long period of times of their life cause a lot of health issues because of, you know, they're in jobs that they're not happy in. Stress does a whole lot to your body. People don't realize that. Stress does a whole lot to your body. So I think that's what, you know, what advice I would probably share.
And stay consistent. Consistency is the key. Like, every time something doesn't work out, that doesn't mean you give up. I'm the type of person, like, I just naturally just would give up for no reason, because it's too hard, or because it's complicated, or I doubt myself a lot, or I failed, and that's where I would just give up and feel like I wasn't good enough. You know, it's a lot of, but that's why you need to be able to talk to someone, share your emotions. Your feelings could keep you trapped and locked in. So just because a person looked like they gave up, but emotionally they didn't, or emotionally they gave up and physically they didn't, it's important that parents continue to encourage their children and congratulate them even when they fail, like, I know you fall, but you have to get back up. You know, I know you're better than this. And the parent words are a big part of a child's transition.
Yeah.
The child's mindset and them not being stuck in the change that they're going through. You know, so I would say that, because that's something that, even though my parents encouraged me and they're like, you have so many talents, you could do this, you go to school for this, and I just kept feeling discouraged, like I wasn't good enough, you know.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to share. But this was a sensitive topic, but something good to talk about, because you'll be surprised.
What can come out of it?
Yeah, you'll be surprised what can come out of it, like where your child is. And like I always say, communicating, conversing about everything and anything, situation that haven't even happened yet. It's good to prepare yourself, and this is very important, because this is something that can make and break you. You know,
yeah,
be prepared.
It definitely, I can honestly say I really kind of like, I understand exactly where you're coming from, where that inconsistent, like I will start something and not even like, I can tell you, I feel like I have so much jobs. Like I do videography, I do this, I do that, I do that. You know what I'm saying? If it's like one thing I don't like, I just hop into another thing. And, you know, having this conversation, it kind of, you know, makes me want to kind of prepare my kid in some form of way, kind of start setting, I wouldn't say discipline. I mean, start building the characteristics of being disciplined a little bit. Like even when it comes to like sports, I wish I was in track, because despite I give like people who are runners, I give them so much like respect. The fact like, well, your body gets tired, but you still pushing through. That's like a whole, part of discipline. So. And probably if I did have that, you know what I'm saying, I probably wouldn't lack, you know, when things get hard, I probably wouldn't just kind of like give up. But, you know, giving up is the failure. Right. When you stop, you fail. So you just keep on going. You keep on going, and you do what you do to make yourself happy.
Right. Consistency is the key. And don't stop, because ultimately it'll be like you failing. Well, guys, thank you so much once again for joining us with this topic. It's been a very interesting topic. Our time is up, but I admire the time that you guys take out to spend with us. We thank you again, and we'll see you next Tuesday at 7:30 with Let's Parler.
Thank you very much, ladies. It was a pleasure as always. And don't forget to take care of yourself and continue sharing with us and the audience the experience that you had. So our grandchildren or your children will learn from your mistakes or your experience and better their life and has a better experience growing up. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Voilà, c'était Let's Parler et que nous avons là chaque mardi 7h30 avec Beverly et Princess. Et nous remercions pour ce temps que vous prenez pour partager l'expérience avec nous. Et j'aime se dire là, ça a aidé Timounio, ça a vu derrière eux, font une meilleure compréhension de situation et ils sont capables de grandir beaucoup plus facilement et beaucoup plus bien, et ça permet de prendre de meilleures décisions dans la vie. Nous pourrons prendre une dernière pause jeudi là, et puis là nous retourner, nous allons venir clôturer l'émission ça pour jeudi. À tout à l'heure.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Thomas, and I'm running for the City of Miami Commission District 5 seat. Because we need new leadership, I'm a mother, a sister, an aunt, a niece, a daughter of this district. I was born at Jackson Memorial Hospital. My parents' first home was located in Overtown. I own my own home here in Lemon City. I'm not running to represent some of us in the district, because this is about all of us. I'm calling on each and every one of you to support me. I'm not a politician, I'm a public servant at heart. My name again is Stephanie Thomas, candidate for the City of Miami Commission, District 5C.
Émission ça, c'est un patronage de Prime Coastal Seafood, 305 400 85 58. Prime Coastal Seafood, c'est une compagnie de distribution de fruits de mer qui a servi maquette, hôtel, restaurant par ici depuis quelques temps. Kounia là, il a offert service ça à moun ta kou même avant tout. Nous besoin poisson, nous besoin salmon, lambi, crabe, snow crab, stone crab, lobster entier, lobster tail, relais Prime Coastal Seafood, le 305 400 85 58. Ou on bécri, ou faire un pile pâté, Prime Coastal Seafood gen bon jan filet morue, bon jan filet en soi pour vous. Relais le 305 400 85 58. Prime Coastal Seafood, always fresh, always in season. 305 400 85 58. Émission ça, c'est un patronage de JSH Shipping qui chita à la 3190 South State Road 7. Là, sous Forfolion dans la Miramar. Relais le 786 318 88 80. Ou gen marchandises ou besoin voyer en Haïti, boîte carton, drum, machine, container. Relais le 786 318 88 80. Transportation faite par bateau et par avion. Et puis c'est la douane Port-au-Prince là que vous débarquez. Relais 786 318 88 80 pour venir faire un pick-up pour marchandises ou a bien voyager et la bien rivé. Relais James, dit c'est DjMax qui voyo. Relais le 954 826 69 35. Ou bien passez royo le 31 90 South State Road 7 là sous Forfoli dans la Miramar. 954 826 69 35. Émission ça, c'est un patronage de JMB Services Co. Ou même qui pas avoir un problème avec mon chez l'État, ou besoin de faire taxe ou relais JMB Services le 786 306 32 52. Ou besoin acheter caille, vendre caille, louer caille, relais JMB Services le 786 306 32 52. Ou besoin assurance pour vie, assurance santé, assurance pour caillou, relais JMB Services 786 306 32 52. Ou besoin mortgage, ou besoin checker crédit, gérer problème crédit ça 786 306 32 52.
Voilà, merci beaucoup. Mais nous arrivons à la fin de l'émission aujourd'hui. Et comme nous t'ai annoncé, nous gagnons bon moi c'est une journée vidéo ça que nous t'ai gagné. Bon, et nous gagnons là, deux petites annonces pour nous faire. C'est que le président Jovenel Moïse aujourd'hui à la tour, il renouvelle mandat Premier ministre à IA. Nous connaissons que l'IT mettait en position pour 3 mois, et temporairement en attendant que le joigne un Premier ministre permanent. Eh bien, 30 premiers jours dépassés, il pour joindre l'autre monde, bien pour prendre décision, il a renouvelé le mandat ça pour l'autre 30 jours. Eh bien, aujourd'hui là, M. Claude Joseph, Premier ministre AIA, président M. Jovenel Moïse, a annoncé que il renouvelle le mandat encore, mais cette fois-ci pour un temps indéterminé. Donc, est-ce que monsieur là, tout pour tout le temps, est-ce que le gouvernement ça allait, ou bien il y a pour renouveler décision pour mettre l'autre monde, mais pour le moment, monsieur pas AI pour 30 jours encore, monsieur AI pour un temps indéterminé. De l'autre côté, nous avons, j'en ai annoncé le titre émission aujourd'hui là, AstraZeneca a annoncé que traitement anti-Covid il n'y a pas efficace du tout. Eh bien, nous avons regardé l'article là qui sorti aujourd'hui là, et compagnie ça, qui créé vaccin ça, nous connaissons un vaccin qui est financé par le gouvernement américain, côté où ils font deal, côté que pour l'année 2021, le gouvernement américain a espéré recevoir 700 000 doses vaccins dans les AstraZeneca pour le regarder, qui était l'argent que investi, il a monté à une valeur de 726 millions de dollars pour développer le vaccin ça. Et bien, AstraZeneca, vaccin ça qui c'est un anticorps pour combattre le virus anti-Covid là, et bien, il était supposé non seulement faire servir de prévention pour empêcher les gens de prendre maladie, et puis il était supposé guérir les gens qui ont déjà infectés par le virus là. Et bien, après études que fait, études laboratoires, il y a plusieurs monde, il y a 1121 monde qui ont testé médicaments et vaccins sur yo qui fait expérimentation ça, et ben yo réalisé que après l'étude que fait avec Mounsao, c'est seulement 33% et l'an qui baille un petit résultat. Et compagnie dit que il a continué faire recherche et analyser pour perfectionner le vaccin et pour le moment, il a estimé que il n'est pas efficace. C'est là que nous avons campé pour journée aujourd'hui. Nous avons rendez-vous pour demain. Demain, c'est mercredi. Mercredi, après première partie émission qui c'est nouvelle, et ben nous avons gagné en deuxième partie et c'est nouvelle communautaire avec Madame Ketli Joachin à 7h30. Merci un peu tout le monde pour participation. Nous. Rendez-vous donc, c'est pour demain, même heure, même station. Bonsoir tout le monde. Merci beaucoup.
Mettez ma sous, mettez. Si nous pas, grand distance,